Please welcome Ashley Judd, everybody. Welcome, Ashley.
You've got a good thing going here, don't you?
I do, actually. Yeah. With them and the thing and the... What do you mean by that, exactly?
Well, you know, not all persons of Scottish extraction even acknowledge Thanksgiving as a legitimate holiday, so...
Well, not all... Well, you're married to a Scotsman, aren't you?
Yeah, I've got an agenda there about that.
Yeah. Is it a problem at home? Does he say, I'm not wanting any Thanksgiving with that heathen turkey?
I'm hoping that you have some credibility, so come 11:30 tonight, I'll be getting a cheerful call. Hun, can't wait for Thanksgiving this year.
Yeah. No, you should have Thanksgiving if you... But you live in America, don't you?
We're in between Tennessee and Scotland.
Really? Wow. There's something you don't hear.
Right in the middle of the Atlantic.
Wow. Is there a direct flight? What part of Scotland do you live in?
And, you know, I can't talk about it.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
You know, because it doesn't mean a thing to people here, but all of those parasites over yonder who work.
They have very bad press over there. Yeah, they're very, very nice. They make the American press look like really very, very
civilized
very nice.
and smart.
Lovely. Yeah, no.
Devoted to the truth.
Why do you think that? Why do you think the Scottish and English press are so mean?
I think it's because they have so many dailies that they're constantly looking for fodder to print, because otherwise they would run blank papers.
Right, yeah, that probably wouldn't sell as well.
Well, there's something like 27 papers every single day.
Yeah, there's a lot of papers.
So they need a load of crap to fill them in with.
They do. And they don't mind writing it either. They just make stuff up. They make stuff out about you. I mean, I didn't know that you were living in Scotland, though.
They've completely disabused me of the high school notion that there should be some verisimilitude of truth in the news.
Oh, hello. Yeah. I like, what's the word again? Verisimilitude.
Something along in there.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
I make words up.
Well, never mind Scotland. What about the South? The movie's set in the South, right? Is it an accurate portrayal of the South? Is it?
I think it is.
Yeah?
It was very important to Joey Lauren Adams, who is from North Little Rock.
Who's been here? She's lovely. Yeah.
And
she directed the film?
She wrote it and directed it.
Wow, good for her.
And I think that the movie's a really honest portrayal of one individual's experience in the South.
What part of the South are you from? You're from the South, aren't you?
My people are from eastern Kentucky,
yeah.
and I've lived in Middle Tennessee for a long time now.
Right. I like it down the South. You've been to Arkansas. I like Arkansas.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's
It's
lovely.
very
Been to Ozark. Ozark's a nice town. It's got a nice catfish place there. Do you like the catfish?
I love catfish.
A bit tentacly. I like them to get the tentacles off before I go out.
I try not to remember that my dad would fish catfish, and I would sometimes wake up to the sound of him pounding the head. It was awful. It was awful.
Well, he would take it home and wait until it woke up.
Well, we lived on the Kentucky River.
Yeah?
And he would run lines, and that's how I would wake up sometimes.
My dad ate my goldfish. You think is that right? He did. He'd be appalled if he thought I'd be talking. No, he didn't eat my goldfish. He would have, but he never did. No, he went to live on a farm. You have a farm, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Any goldfish?
No goldfish, but lots of other animals.
What do you have,
a lot of
then?
creatures.
Are you a humane farmer, or do you know?
Well, we have a lot of domestic pets, just little, pet things. We've got 6 cats and 2 dogs, one of whom is here tonight. And then our farm kind of defies the laws of nature. We've got a lot of interspecies friendliness. We've got turkeys and possum, raccoons.
Define friendliness in this instance.
Well, Dario, one night, for example, we hear all this ruckus outside, which is always a great moment on the farm. It's like, what's that? Shh, did you hear that? Go get the flashlight. We get to run around and look at stuff. And, usually it means that some little animal is about to come live with us again.
Oh, really?
Which happens often. But one night he was out doing that, and he was showing the flashlight under the back porch, and this little possum was sitting there alongside this little cat that we'd been trying to catch for ages. And they've just palled around for a while now, and they're chums. It's really sweet.
There was a skunk and a raccoon used to cuddle up together at my house in Hollywood.
Yeah.
No, really. Really? No,
was
outside
that Tom and Katie?
Yeah. No, not Tom and Katie. It was I gotta come back here.
I'm just showing off that I watched the opening monologue.
Yeah, you did. You did. No, there was skunk and the raccoon. They would cuddle up together. And then I think the raccoon got kind of tired of the smell and then just... But they did. They used to cuddle up at night. It was very touching, rather Disney in many ways. Lovely. We have to take a break. We'll be right back. We'll be right back with Ashley Judd, everybody. on a second.
As a way to kind of retaliate.
Shut up, chatty Cathy. Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Ashley Judd. We were just chatting about something that you can't know about, but whoa! So your family is originally Scots-Irish then, right?
My family's a little bit of everything. We're sort of Western European Heinz 57 blend. I have actually one grandfather who was Sicilian, so I call myself a Sicilian hillbilly.
Sicilian hillbilly. Yeah, you never forget, but you can't remember what you're not forgetting. Don't even know what that makes sense at all, but so you married a Scotsman who's a racing driver?
He is.
How's he doing with that? It's the Indy stuff he does,
Yes,
isn't it?
it's the Indy Racing League.
Is that dangerous?
Depends on how you look at it.
Well, if you're driving a car in a track with other guys driving, is it
at 230 miles an hour, it could be construed as vaguely dangerous. If you choose to see it that way.
Yeah, was it something you were into before you met him? Did you?
Oh, I absolutely detested it. I thought it was the dumbest thing in the world. As a child, I would be looking for Kentucky basketball games on our small black and white TV, and I would see open-wheel racing on, and I would just, you know, to whatever extent I cursed as an 11-year-old, I'd shout abuse at the TV. I thought it was so dumb.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Well, they had these big fat tires, and the little person's just in there, and they can barely see, and they're going, eh. And now, of course, I know that they're trying to keep the tires warm under yellow, and it's very exciting.
Yeah. You're loyal to your man, and I think that's nice. I don't think it's that exciting.
Invite you to a race.
No, I'm sure it is. The NASCAR I watch, but I haven't really got into the Indy stuff. I'm sure it is. I mean, the Indy cars are much smaller, right? And why is NASCAR more popular than Indy racing?
Well, my layperson's opinion on that is everyone watches NASCAR and thinks they can go out to the garage and with a certain wrench make the car do that.
I think there's some truth in that. I think
there's a little bit of happy delusion involved.
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
Hey, watch this.
Yeah,
you know, and they can.
Right. I get me some decals. I'm a NASCAR champ. Yeah, I think that's true. Maybe that's what I think anyway when I'm watching it. Like I'm just a couple of stickers away from boring.
I just need to get that sponsor.
You know, do you know what's interesting? I can hear a little bit of a Scottish accent creeping in with you. Do other people say that to you?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah, it's interesting.
Well, I used to have this crisis of conscience about my identity. I didn't think I had an integrated and consolidated sense of self, because wherever I am, I'll sort of drift into some reflections of that accent.
Right. Well, that's empathetic, though. That's okay.
And I've come to say, you know what, I don't sing, but I have a musical ear, and I enjoy doing dialects in film, and it's just in a way actually of honoring the people with whom I'm spending time. But the strangest thing happens when I go to Scotland. I've got this bizarre Irish accent. It's very strange.
When I go to Wales, I have a Pakistani accent. That's true. It's true. I go to Wales and I'm like, oh, it's very nice to be here. And they're like, what? Why are you speaking in a Pakistani? Because it's as close as I can get.
There's a bunch of Pakis in our old neighborhood, so that's really funny to me.
Oh, dear. It's very bad. Listen, we're completely out of time. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm
Listen,
sorry,
good luck with it. Now, this
fun.
film, just before we go, this film is not out all at once, right? It's going in different ways.
Yes, it's in the big markets, and although I don't read reviews, everyone around me is having a very difficult time not telling me it's getting great reviews.
Good, good.
So then it will roll out to the smaller towns.
Good. Well, I wish you luck with it, and it's lovely. It's lovely to meet you, and have a good time in Scotland. Be careful with the press over there.
I will.
All right. Ashley Judd, everybody. We'll be right back. Has written a book, which is no mean feat, and I always think when someone's written a book that, you know, when someone has a movie, you show a clip, you see, but you can't show a clip of a book, so I always like to read a little passage. So here's a little bit from this book. Very good. It's a memoir. It's called All That Is Bitter Is Sweet. It's in stores now. It's written by, and please welcome, Ashley Judd, everybody.
Hi, Craig.
You look terribly glamorous this evening, if you don't mind my saying so. You look very, very lovely indeed.
Thanks very much.
No, it's true. You probably heard that before. In this accent, too, because your husband's Scottish.
Once or twice.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good driver, your husband.
He's a fabulous driver.
Yeah, he's doing well, isn't he?
He's doing great. He won his first race of the season.
Yeah.
Had a nice podium finish last weekend. Yeah. And is hoping it'll be warm at Long Beach this weekend.
Yeah, it'll be warm at Long Beach.
Cool last year, and he didn't do so well. It was hot year before, and he won.
Yeah, it'll probably be hot then. Could you check the weather report for Long Beach? Yeah, we'll check it out for you. We're big with that. Now listen, I'm going to talk to you about this. It's a memoir of your life. Did you put in?
No, let's scratch off memoir and put travel diaries.
Travel diaries.
Would you do that for me, please?
All right, let me see.
There you go.
Travel diaries.
Because the word memoir seems to have misguided folks ever so slightly.
What is it? They think they're going to get tales of, you know, hang on. There you go.
Nicely done.
And look, you got, when you were on your travels, you got a little tattoo, didn't you? Little sailor tattoo, and then Dario.
Nice.
That's nice. That's classy. Yeah.
Put his number, his race car number on there
what is it then?
Well, it started with 27.
Right.
So one for each cheek, 27 and 10.
27 and 10.
They didn't get that, did they?
No, I didn't really get it myself. What do you mean? 27 and 10. But I can't, do you have a photograph of your butt in this book? I am so getting it. Do you, well, what's the travel diary then? It's about your travels around the world making films and your philanthropic work?
It's about the humanitarian work. I started in 2004 and have since been to 13 different countries in the global south, some of them multiple times, visiting slums and refugee camps, hospices.
That must be very difficult.
Makeshift schools.
Yeah. Is it very difficult? Do you find it very depressing when you go to
It's simultaneously shattering and life-affirming, and that's why the book is called All That Is Bitter and Sweet, which is taken from a 15th century prayer. And if I'm tapped into a power that's greater than myself, then that power does the work, and all I have to do is really suit up and show up.
Right. Do you ever experience doubt in your faith when you see such suffering? I lose
my faith every single trip.
Right.
I have the breakdown, but fortunately today, because I found a process that works for me, I know I'm going to have the breakthrough. I can't necessarily make it happen, and I can't accelerate the process, but as long as I have the confidence to call someone like Archbishop Desmond Tutu and ask for help.
He's been here, Desmond Tutu.
Reach out and use my tools. Then eventually,
do you get to call him?
I email him a lot. I do. Yes.
You didn't give me his email address.
Oh, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
He actually did, didn't he? He did. Yeah. He calls himself Arch on his emails.
He does.
I know, like Arch for Archbishop. Yeah, I know. It's kind of good. I feel bad now for drawing a moustache and a tattoo on you in the front of the book.
You know, if we take the world can be a very serious place. It's important not to take ourselves too serious.
Well, all right, then will I draw glasses on too then? I'll draw glasses on. There you go. There you go. It's pretty good. It has. I think I feel bad, but look, it comes off. There you go. Oh, doesn't come off.
I noticed that you studiously avoided mentioning that the book is on the New York Times bestseller list.
It is on the bestseller list?
Because you don't want to make me feel bad because yours was number 3 and mine's only number 5.
No, mine didn't get to number 3. It only got to number 4, which is still better than number 5, but only number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Your book was good, by the way.
Well, you know, thank you. You know that do you notice? See, I don't really pay attention to the New York Times book list unless I have a book out, which is only twice in my life. But did you? When I noticed when my book came out, Mackenzie Phillips's book came out, when she talked about that thing with her dad, and Ted Kennedy, who had just died, his book had just come out. And I'm like, oh, come on, man, I don't have a chance here. What are you up against right now?
I actually don't know. I haven't really paid attention either. I just try to do the next good, right, honest thing and let go of the outcome and try to be on time and make sure I've shampooed my hair. Those are kind of my priorities.
This could be me talking. Are you doing the book tours? Are you going and talking to everybody?
I am. This is my 4th city. I'm on my way to San Francisco to spend some time the next few days, and I've enjoyed it. I especially enjoy the speaking engagements where I can interact with the audience. People ask very thoughtful questions, and we can go into some detail about the narratives because, you know, essentially the book is just me transmitting to others the very sacred stories that vulnerable and disempowered people have shared with me.
Right.
When we can get into some detail, it becomes really precious, actually. I mean, I'm not ending with applause anymore because it doesn't seem to fit. There's almost
Should have been here for the monologue. You know?
there's a tenderness about these dialogues that we're having around the country, and so we're closing now with a moment of silence.
That's interesting.
Which tonally fits better.
Yeah, I've inadvertently started using them in the show. I found it. I must admit, when you open up a little bit in any artistic format, whether it's broadcast or in the writing of a book or the making of a film, even, that people see and respect vulnerability. Do you think that's true? Do you think that people respond?
Oh, some people absolutely
on
it.
Really, you think so?
I saw that you had some language earlier, and I assume they.
Oh yeah, no, you swear as much as you like. I don't give. Ooh la la. You hear that?
It is a cultural thing. I do think that people respect vulnerability, and there's one of my favorite quotes from the book is from a guy called Bob Keegan, and he talks about how if we will truly see another person, we take the risk of being recruited to their welfare.
Oh.
If I really see you and acknowledge your humanity, if I take the time to witness your process, then that engages my empathy, and my feelings really teach me what my values are. And some people can lean into that and have the willingness to be recruited to that welfare, and other people, they can't go there, and so they send me death threats on Twitter.
Now, I was going to ask you, are you on Twitter? Because I
am on Twitter now.
I will follow you on the Twitter. What's your Twitter handle?
It's very complicated.
All right.
Ashley Judd.
Ashley Judd. I'll never remember that, but we'll write it down later. So you just do the little thing and then Ashley Judd in one. Right, I'll follow you.
I enjoy the conversation. It's fun.
I like it. And whenever people are in any way negative on Twitter, they have this great thing. You can just block them. And then they're gone.
So for me right now, it's block.
Yeah, just block them. Just block them. And when they say, hey, why don't you have block them? You know, when they say, get this guest on your show, I'm like, you're blocked. Sometimes I block people who are nice just to keep everyone on edge.
I had my first strange experience with Twitter recently in that I heard something from Dario on Twitter before I heard it from him in person.
Uh-oh.
Like the power went out at our house, and he was like, oh, power's back on, no excuse for not going to the gym. And I was like, the power went out today? He didn't tell me that.
Oh, that's bad. But he would not go to the gym if the power went out?
Oh, no, he's dead fit. He's just...
Well, yeah, no, he's very fit, isn't he? Fit, handsome Scotsman. Hate him. I mean, he's awesome. I haven't seen him in a while. You're complimenting me for looking pretty, which I appreciate. And I was contrasting it with the picnic that we had this afternoon in our rental car in the parking lot of In-N-Out Burger. Really? Did you have the double animal style?
Double animal.
Yeah, animal style, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you had a burger. See what I did? Yeah. Never mind. Well, you're married. You could, if you want, in the parking lot.
How was your time in Nashville when you came?
I love Nashville. It's fantastic. I could live there, I think, if they would let me, which I doubt, but I would, you know.
We've got a one Scotsman per county quota, so you'd have to go to Davidson because we're in Williamson.
Well, I could go to Davidson County. It was Davidson County near, there was a fantastic diner I went to there. Jeff and I went. I can't remember. Not that Jeff, another Jeff. I don't often take my skeleton to diners. He's not that big an eater.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that pretty much the best cooking, though, we think, is around our house. So.
No, it's really a lovely place. You're from there, aren't you?
Originally from Eastern Kentucky, been in Middle Tennessee area for a long time.
Yeah, you had family here last night. Winona was here last night. Yeah, I know.
Quelle voce. Did she sing for you?
No, she was in a bit of a bad mood, actually.
Was she sour?
No, not really. I cheered her up. You know, with my chat. Tried to spread the love a little bit, you know what I mean? Positive energy into the universe. Why not, I say? So, awkward pause or mouth organ, then?
I think I want to try for the mouth organ.
Okay, if you feel you can.
I have no idea what I'm getting myself into, by the way, but I'll try to make the bolder choice.
Yeah, I think it's all right. It's a, it's a sanitized and completely brand new. Yeah, this one is mine. This is the one I blow all the time, and
you've had Billy Connolly on this show.
Billy won the golden harmonica. There have been a few people won the golden. Billy Connolly won. Neil Patrick Harris won, and a mouse was very excited by that. Hugh Laurie won, and somebody else won. So if you can play, you can win the golden harmonica. Yeah, Oprah.
A 1, 2, 3, and. I'm just trying to fake it.
Awkward pause. Oh, nice. nice. Yeah, no. Wow. Hey, look at this.
Thank you.
Is that from a Sultan's cave? Look, just because you do that with your hand doesn't mean you can play. That's the last bit you do. You don't do that in your first day. That's for experts.
I am just moving around. Yes, the cupping is really good. But make soulful eyes, like you mean it. Yeah, feel it, baby. It was good. I'm touched. Oh.
I'm getting a Zamboni. Actually, Judd,